Washington Monument, the Capitol Dome of the United States of America, the stars and stripes in the shadows of Abraham Lincoln's monument. Also there, Wolf Blitzer.
Bernie, they're getting ready for a great celebration over here at the Washington Mall. The President of the United States, the First Lady, they'll be coming over here. There's going to be a concert, a lot of artists, and at midnight, of course, a dramatic fireworks celebration. One of the artists, one of the performers who will be at the Lincoln Memorial performing this evening is Tom Jones, the legendary singer. He joins us now from the Lincoln Memorial. Tom Jones, thank you so much for joining us on our CNN Millennium coverage.
My pleasure.
Tell us, first of all, what song are you going to be performing this evening?
What I'll be doing is Not Unusual, which is my signature song. And then after that, I'm going to do a blues. And then we're going to do the finale. There'll be, yeah, sorry.
I don't know. I was going to say, did you ever think in your life you'd be celebrating the millennium here this evening?
Well, no. I mean, when I started singing, I didn't know whether I was going to live this long. So it's great to be in a great place for this occasion. So I'm thrilled.
How long has this been in the works for you, this opportunity to come over here to the Lincoln Memorial?
It's been a while now. It's been at least over a month since they asked me to come over. So I was thrilled with it. I mean, I was thrilled with especially when they told me what kind of show it was going to be, and Quincy Jones's orchestra and all the great talent that's going to be on the show, and of course the President and the First Lady are going to be there. So I was looking forward to it, and I still am looking forward to it because we haven't done it yet. But the rehearsals have gone fantastic, so I think it'll be great.
Speaking about that rehearsal, we do have a little clip of what was going on yesterday. Let's listen to that rehearsal that you went through yesterday.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Stop talking to me, Howie. And in fact, yesterday when you were doing that rehearsal, you were going through all of the motions. Tonight you'll actually be doing it. Do you have a special wish as you go into this next millennium?
Everybody else, peace for the world. I mean, that is the thing. It's terrible to put on television and see how many wars are still going on all over the world. I think if we could stop it. I mean, if people could live together, that would be it. I think peace is the most important thing for the new millennium.
All right, Tom Jones, it was good of you to spend some time. I know you're getting ready for what's going to be an exciting performance. Will Smith will be emceeing it. Thank you so much for spending some time here with our special coverage.
My pleasure.
And one of the other events that's going to be going on later this evening, just before the fireworks, just before the President of the United States speaks, will be a movie, an 18-minute movie that Steven Spielberg has produced, gotten ready, The Unfinished Journey, that will be part of the celebration. A huge crowd expected here. They're arriving at the Washington Mall right now, but a lot more people are on the way. Bernie, Judy?
Okay, thank you, Wolf. Also, isn't John McCain a speaker there tonight on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial?
I believe he is. He's probably the only Republican presidential candidate. In fact, I'm sure he is the only Republican presidential candidate in the United States invited to speak. For all the preparations that have gone on in Washington, and they have been extraordinary, probably no city in the United States has done more than New York City to get ready for this big night, the turn of the calendar. 37,000 police, we're told, on duty this weekend. And there's a little bit going on in Times Square, and CNN's Fred Hickman is there. Fred, what's going on?
Oh, just a little small gathering here, Judy. Say about 2 million people showing up here at Times Square in Midtown Manhattan, New York. And they promise that this is going to be the biggest, the best, and the loudest show that we have seen all day long. Just to give you a little bit of review as to what's been going on here, we've been celebrating since before dawn. Every time zone that has passed through, every time zone that moves to the new millennium, we have a big celebration here. There are hundreds, literally about 500 artists and dancers and singers and musicians involved. Over 160 oversized puppets designed by the same person, by the way, who designed the Lion King puppets that's showing here on Broadway. So we've got a lot to talk about tonight and a lot to show you. And, of course, the ball coming down at midnight, a Waterford crystal ball that I'll tell you more about in just a moment. But our good friend Gary Tuckman happens to be down among the crowd, which they say is numbering around 500,000. The officers, the police officers, have them cordoned off into pens so as to maintain order and also maintain a good margin of safety. But we just couldn't talk Gary into leaving the crowd. He's still standing by downstairs. Gary?
Well, Fred, I'm only one among hundreds of thousands of people, but it's easy to find me because I'm next to a great landmark. This lady from Ohio with a 5-foot-tall red hat. How come you're wearing that hat? Why are you wearing it?
To get on TV.
To get on TV. You see, people speak very bluntly here in Times Square. They're all having a great time. Many of these people near me have been here since dawn because they're celebrating New Year's in every single time zone. But all of them have been here since 2 p.m. Eastern time because this area is a good spot right near the New Year's ball, and it was closed off by the police officers because it was filled so early. As you can tell, these people are having an enjoyable time.
Never before has world-famous Times Square been so crowded for so long.
We got up around 5 o'clock this morning to get down here because we're like probably half an hour away. So, but we weren't worried about the big people crowd because that's what big party's for. It's the place to be. It's where everything's happening.
It's not only the Eastern time zone's New Year's being celebrated in Times Square this year, it's everyone's time zone. Every hour, a celebration of the region entering midnight is taking place here in the heart of New York. A 16-foot-tall elephant helped welcome in the New Year's in India and Pakistan.
Met some people that were from our hometown, so it's amazing what a small world it is.
Arabian horses ushered in New Year's in Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, and Armenia. Many of these celebrants have been in Times Square since before dawn. It's expected up to 2 million people will be in the so-called crossroads of the world when midnight is celebrated in this time zone with the dropping of a Waterford crystal New Year's ball, a 1,070-pound object described as priceless.
And that's why most of these people have come. They've been enjoying the celebrations all day since before dawn this morning, but they want to see that ball drop. And trust me, you have not seen pandemonium until you see a Times Square crowd count the last 10 seconds to a new year, especially this year when it turns to 2000. Fred, back to you.
Thank you, Gary, and I've got to get myself one of those pointy hats. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we've got a lot of people here, and everybody's having fun, and it's good-natured fun so far. I can report to you with a great deal of pleasure that there have been no arrests so far, according to authorities here, and that's quite amazing considering the gathering here. So I've got my glasses all ready to go, my 2,000 glasses. We're waiting for the Waterford crystal ball to come down. We'll talk more about that as the evening progresses, but it features 504 separate hand-cut Waterford crystals. It really is a magnificent piece of art, and will only be used, I've learned, this one time, this one celebration. So we've got lots more to come. At 11:30, by the way, Mayor Rudy Giuliani of New York will join us to talk a bit about the celebration and all the safety measures that they've gone through, and the fact that things seem to be going along so very, very well right now. And then, of course, as we approach midnight, the big celebration. We'll see the ball come down and let you enjoy it with us. Right now, back to you in Atlanta. Bernie, Judy.
But Fred, they're not going to let the ball drop. I mean, let the ball break. Is that right? Can you please clarify that? They're going to ease it down.
Yeah, very carefully they'll ease it down. That's right.
All right, Fred, we can't wait to come back to you wearing those glasses.
Thank you.
But I'm with them, you know. I don't care about that ball. I want one of those big hats. When we come back, we are going to go to the largest city in Brazil, the country in the Western Hemisphere that is going to next see midnight.
And look at that. Copacabana Beach.